Tara, what are we making today?
Prawn Malai Curry.
Yes, taught to us by Didu. So Tara, for prawn malai curry, we need prawns, which is prawns, and malai, which is coconut milk. And we have some garlic. And then this is my spice rack, Tara. Not rack, but the tin. So we'll need some cinnamon, green cardamom, 2. Yeah?
Yeah.
And also, we're going to need turmeric.
Will this taste the same?
Yeah?
You always use these.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
How
And
many
little
spice?
bit of red chili powder. You've been having that for more than 2-3 years.
What?
Yes. So that's what we do. First thing, Tara, we have de-shelled and de-veined the prawns.
Yeah.
And now we're going to slightly marinate it in turmeric.
Okay.
Here you go. And little bit,
Can I?
little bit, very little. Not use a spoon. Very little. Little bit more than that. Here you go. And put it in the thing. Now I'm going to pause the camera because what we have to do is mix it and then fry it in this oil and then put it back in a container, and then we'll do the rest of the recipe. So once I've fried it, I'll start the video again. So I can see the oil is now well heated. Tara's gone off to watch the cartoons because there's hot oil involved. So I'm going to put the prawns in. I'm going to cook them till they are golden. If you add a spoonful of milk, then the prawns stay soft. There's a tip by my mother. So once the prawns are cooked, we are then going to cook the spices, put the coconut milk in, maybe a slight green chili, and then when the coconut milk is cooked as well, we are going to add the prawns, then cover and simmer, and the prawn malai curry should be done. So this is how it's going to look. This will take about 4-5 minutes. I'm going to pause and then come back. Now as you can see, the prawn is pretty much cooked. It's done this usual curling up. So I'm going to take these prawns out, put it back in the bowl, and then we'll get on with the next part of our cooking. Right, so we have now cooked our prawns. I'll show it to you how it is. They are like this. We are then going to heat some onion, garlic, cinnamon sticks, and some bay leaves, and some coconut milk with turmeric and some other spices. And then we are going to add this prawn into that curry and then cover the lid and cook, and that should do our prawn malai curry. Let's heat up the oil. And Tara, can you pass me some bay leaves? There you go. You've got bay leaves, you always break them in and put it in. Nice. Can you pass me a cinnamon stick? This one. Can you pass me 2 green cardamoms? There we go. And we just let the oil, I'm using coconut oil this time, because if you're using coconut milk, you can use coconut oil. So the oil is now nicely heated up. I'm going to add into it some, not the skin of the onion, onions and garlic. They have been chopped. And now I'm going to just give it a stir. There you go. This doesn't need that long a stir. Tara, one key ingredient for prawn malai curry is sugar. So can you pass me that sugar? Can you give me one? There we go. And you'll have noticed something white here. This is shredded coconut. I realized that if you add some shredded coconut in the curry, you get a good texture. So Tara, we're going to add about 1 spoonful of sugar. This gives that sweetness which is associated with the prawn malai curry. So while this is all in, now Tara is the key part. Where is the coconut milk? Now we need to add the coconut milk into this. I use, there we go. It's rich and creamy. You pour it in. And now, reduce the flame. Where's our spice rack? Not rack, this is a tin. And the usual for most Indian curries is what we're going to add now. So which one is my turmeric? Yes! So we're going to add some turmeric, about this much. Use your usual one, you don't want it to be too yellow. And some red chili powder, yeah?
Can I go?
Yeah. Tell me how much and I'll put that much. That much? Okay. So you're putting in this much red chili powder?
A little bit.
A bit more? Okay.
A bit less.
A bit less. That's barely anything. You need to add a little bit more. Okay, there we go. I'm going to add a little bit more. There we go. Now, we also had a green chili lying about somewhere. You just put this in. But make sure you put it in as whole. So if you find it spicy, you can take it out as a whole. I'm going to now pause the video because this requires some stirring and cooking and reducing. So I'll show you how it looks now. It's looking like that. And once it has cooked, I'll pause the video and then I'll come back to you once it has been boiling for about 4 or 5 minutes. Right, so now we can see that the coconut milk is now boiling nicely. What I realized is if you now add some frozen, or if you have fresh even better, shredded coconut, it adds a nice texture to the curry at the end. So it's a simple recipe. All we have to do is now add the prawns, cover it, wait for 15 minutes and it's ready to eat. There we go. Now here are prawns.
Yeah.
You say bye-bye to the prawns before they go in?
Can I?
Yeah, you can say bye-bye to the prawns. Bye prawns.
Bye.
There we go.
Now it's gonna be a yummy.
Yeah, let's keep this here. There we go. Now, step final -1 looks like this. What we're going to do is add some salt, and I use this pink salt, and there we go. Salt is added. Then we're going to cook it for a while, about 2 minutes, then cover it for 10 minutes, and then it should be done. So I'm going to pause the video, and once we have covered it and boiled it for about 10 minutes, I'll come back. Right, so it's about 6-7 minutes. I'm going to turn off the gas. This is looking good. I'll just show you how it looks. It's all cooked. I can see some of the frozen shredded coconut in there, which is looking very nice. And I'm just going to put some coriander on top. It gives that fresh look and feel. And that is pretty much it. A prawn curry. Ready to eat with the rice. So you want to smell it and tell me how it smells? Then you come in my cole. There you go. 1, 2, 3. There you go. You don't have to eat the bay leaves. You just have to eat the prawns. Okay? You can say bye-bye.
Bye.
See you next time.